A few years ago, I went to a cafe with my gran for lunch. The waitress came over to take an order, and my gran was a bit dithery because she's got dementia. The waitress rolled her eyes, and so we walked out. Unfortunately, this situation is not uncommon.
As you can see from the heat map, Aberdeen has one of the highest concentrations of dementia sufferers in Scotland in 2017, with 2,071 registered Aberdeen locals currently battling this condition, according to Aberdeen City Health and Social Care Partnership. In addition, 62% of dementia sufferers do not feel cafes, banks and shops are supportive enough of their condition, and as a result, 23% of that group have stopped going into town altogether. This is why we have created INNOVA CAFE.
INNOVA CAFE's primary market will be those in Aberdeen with dementia and their family, friends and carers. As our aim is to link those with dementia to the community, we want to welcome our secondary market of any local cafe goers.
INNOVA CAFE will provide a unique bundle of benefits, including ease of customer experience, safe and tranquil environment preventing sensory overload, a forum for prevention of isolation among sufferers, and an opportunity for wider community to contribute to the cause, and surplus reinvested back into the development cafe.
We also plan to run events such as dementia discos and craft workshops to help stimulate minds, as well as events such as knitting hats for the homeless, which will enable those with dementia to give back to the community.
There are risks involved with developing the cafe, however. Primarily, the people with suffering from dementia feel that their condition is being highlighted. And we want to make it clear that this is not a dementia cafe or a regular cafe with provisions for those with dementia.
We want to provide great quality food at a reasonable price which will appeal to anyone. We also know that it can be expensive to source local ingredients and so prices would be hard to keep low. To combat this, we would show where local ingredients are sourced from as a form of advertising in exchange for cheaper ingredients. We've been in contact with the Aberdeen Council of Voluntary Organisations and they suggested setting up as a Scottish charitable incorporated organisation, whereas First Port suggested setting up as a community interest company. Our aim is to set up under one of these umbrellas.
As INNOVA CAFE is a non-profit organisation, we aim to actively reinvest our surplus and allocate funds between the day-to-day operating of the cafe and the future projects that we undertake. Furthermore, we are aiming to donate money towards researching various dementia and Alzheimer's related conditions. In the future, we aim to invest in the long-term government bonds that yield monthly coupon payments with virtually no default risk.
The major revenue streams from our venture would come from the sale of both hot and cold food and drink items from our carefully crafted menu, and possibly from events organised in order to involve the local community. Upon talking to other social enterprise cafes in Glasgow and collating data from our market research, we estimate our monthly revenue to be in the range of £4,500 to £5,000. As you can see here, we have projections which elaborate on our sales and demonstrate that our revenue target is feasible.
To achieve this projected revenue, we aim to secure a 75% margin on all food and drink products on our menu. That would cover our monthly operating costs and generate a surplus. For this, we are seeking a £40,000 initial investment that would cover our monthly rent, utilities and equipment.
In the best case scenario, we aim to secure multiple sources of investment consisting of funding ranging from £10,000 to £175,000. Being realistic, we hope to secure £10,000 from the lottery funding and a further £25,000 from the Small Business Research Initiative. Again, realistically speaking, we would look to seek and achieve a goal of £1,500 on Kickstarter. Furthermore, both Dementia UK and Alzheimer's Scotland have been in contact and would ensure to provide aid for the cost of training. In this scenario, we would expect to generate around £4,500 and £5,000 per month.
In the worst case scenario, we aim to cover 30% of the initial capital investment required by personal finances. Bootstrapping would then be able to cover an equal amount. The remaining 40% would be funded by a startup loan from the British Business Bank, a government-owned development bank that specifically helps startups with the initial raising of capital. In this scenario, we wouldn't be able to generate enough revenue to develop, but judging by our future projections, we would be able to adapt to the situation, resulting in a gradual growth in order to get back on track and break even in our second or third year, contingent on the performance of the cafe. The models you see here have been generated by 3D modelling software and act as prototypes to convey an idea of how INNOVA CAFE would look. Our market research has shown that there must be a minimum width of 1.5 metres between chairs to allow easy access to wheelchairs and walking sticks, in addition to comfortable seats which are high enough to easily get up from. A dementia snug area has been suggested so that if things are too much for those suffering from dementia, they can sit in a quieter area. Thank you for watching. We hope to hear from you soon.